Local favourite Jeremy Flores is hitting the lineup against last year's event champion John Florence and Alejo Muniz, who is an injury replacement in this contest. Should be a great heat.
And then also, you know, he's high performance surfing and beach breaks is up to par. So it's pretty surprising. Maybe he can get over the hump in this event.
Well, this is, I think, Dusty Payne making his way in from that last heat. But just Jeremy, an amazing return to the top end of the ratings from him. And here he is, just driving into a big set wave. This is going to close out. But it looked impressive.
That was fun. He
Love it.
Smashed, but that had to have looked insane. Sitting in that barrel, standing tall. He knew there was no exit. He didn't care.
Well, you'll remember that Jeremy Flores took out the event in Tahiti, the Billabong Pro there, wearing a helmet. That was due to an injury suffered free surfing in Indonesia, but he's since...
So much so, he's won the AI award in Tahiti during the Billabong Pro there. You can see him right here. Big pump. Watch as he stands tall. So got a ton of speed right there. He's definitely giving it a lot of effort. Maybe there would have been a little side door action right there. He relinquishes. He says, I don't care. I know the door is shut. I'm just going to go ahead and pull straight into this closeout. If he has that option, that's how good he is in big waves.
Well, just a 2.33, sorry, for that first wave from Jeremy. You know, Jeremy Flores, such a long career in his 9th year on the championship tour and just 2 victories in that time. As we see John Florence tucking in a nice barrel from him on the open face now, and one of the biggest turns that we've seen all day. Can he hang on? He does.
Right behind the button, and right there, just perfectly behind. See how deep he was? So a lot of effort and work was done before he even stood up on his feet. He made sure he was right in the magic spot, way behind the peak to backdoor the section.
At the takeoff point like that before pulling into those barrels, you know, like most people want to get into that wave, take the drop out of the equation early and get a nice line into the pit. He actually wants to suspend himself in the lit for as long as possible.
Yeah, he's extremely comfortable in heavy situations, and being groomed on a North Shore of Hawaii, he's used to those heavy waves, pipeline backdoor, and rode up and over the foam ball. He had to actually get a lot of speed just to make it out.
Well, here we go. This is Alejo Muniz in the white. He gets barreled, pulls in, still going. He finds the exit and likes it. Wasn't a super throaty barrel, but certainly got some cover.
Well, so this is slightly more from the front on view, so you can see how deep he got. That was kind of questionable whether he was going to even make it out. So pretty throaty pit there. You know, the tide's getting higher. You know, they always set the scale for each heat individually. Every heat is a different story. Alejo's, though, that was a solid wave. I want to say it was even better than John's.
Well, this is live action now. John Florence, he finds a long one, reels through to the inside, and this time he makes sure he finishes off the turn. But the judges saw the exchange on the previous ride going the way of Alejo Muniz, and I think from that second camera angle, you just got to see that extra size in Alejo's ride from the takeoff.
Oh, yeah, look at that, 9.10. So, again, I agree with the judges. I thought it was a little better than John's, and he got almost a half a point better. So, but unbelievable there. John, right when the mojo was getting stolen from him with that nice barrel from Alejo, he stole the limelight right back. Doesn't want a lot of wetsuit on. Stalling right there. You saw him drag his arms, getting really deep, and wow, that wave really sped up. And so he is maxing out these tubes. He's not out there just going for a leisure little walk in the park. He's really trying to get as deep as possible. I love that layback hammer.
Well, it just makes you think back to his first ride too, and if he was able to ride out of that big carve that he did after the tube, he probably would have gone well into the 9s. But you know what? He's about to drop a big score here, a 9.93 for his last wave.
Wow.
And there was a few judges that loved it. Threw it a 10-point ride. Well, here we go. Here's the replay again. John Florence.
The wind expected to really drop off, but it's still clean and offshore. And so, again, I loved how John stalled and got as deep as he could, and then that wave actually got kind of fast. So Alejo Muniz was not comboed. So he was pushing it. He was literally looking for those big barrels. That's why he pulled into that deep closeout.
Well, just 10 seconds remaining now. John Florence is going to take the win. He's moving on through to round 3. And Jeremy Flores, he'll have to bounce back in round 2. We'll get an update soon on Alejo Muniz, who left the lineup injured